Hello, and welcome to Breakthrough Blueprints. I'm your host, Anise Merchant. Every so often, a week comes along that feels less like just an update and more like a foundational shift is occurring right under our feet. And this is unequivocally one of those weeks. The pace of change in AI is no longer just rapid, it is fundamentally accelerating across the entire ecosystem. I'm talking about the models themselves, the hardware that powers them, the capital, the truly mind-boggling capital, and the rules we are urgently trying to write just to keep pace. And beyond the boardroom strategies, we're also seeing an absolute explosion in creative tools that are putting the power of a Hollywood studio into a simple text box. So, let's begin at what feels like the epicenter of this week's earthquake, OpenAI. They delivered both a stark warning and a major strategic reveal. CEO Sam Altman announced that the next iteration, ChatGPT-5, could arrive as soon as August. But it was his tone, not just the timeline, that captured everyone's attention. He compared its development to the Manhattan Project and admitted to a genuine sense of fear about its potential impact and ethical implications. For a leader at the very forefront of this revolution to express such candid apprehension, well, it's a powerful signal of the magnitude of the technology we are about to engage with. But OpenAI's ambitions are clearly expanding beyond just the software. They are fundamentally rethinking their entire infrastructure. In a significant pivot, they have begun renting Google Cloud's TPUs, or tensor processing units. This marks their first major move away from a sole reliance on Microsoft Azure and Nvidia GPUs. From a business perspective, this is a classic de-risking and diversification strategy. It guards against supply chain bottlenecks and provides crucial negotiating leverage. Continuing on this trajectory of ambition is their acquisition of the AI hardware startup Ive, led by the legendary Apple designer Jony Ive, for a staggering $6.5 billion. This is not just an acquisition, it's a clear declaration, an Apple-like ambition to control the entire technology stack. It signals a future where OpenAI wants to design everything from the model in the cloud all the way down to a potential AI device in your hand. They're not just creating the mind anymore. Now they want to build the body too. And of course, this level of ambition requires an almost unimaginable amount of capital. And that brings us to the AI capital expenditure frenzy. The figures are just difficult to process. 4 companies, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta, are planning to spend a collective total of nearly $400 billion on AI infrastructure in 2025 alone. Let that sink in. That figure is larger than the GDP of many nations. This isn't just an investment cycle. It's a full-scale AI industrial revolution being forged in data centers and silicon. And Wall Street is rewarding this vision emphatically. Nvidia recently saw its valuation cross the $4 trillion mark, while Meta and Microsoft are posting incredibly strong financials. This spending is not being seen as a speculative bubble, but as a strategic arms race for computational superiority, and the market clearly believes in the winners. Speaking of giants, let's talk about Apple. For a while there, it seemed like they were just observing from the sidelines, but now they are decisively entering the fray. Tim Cook has made it crystal clear that Apple is ramping up its AI investments significantly. Bolstered by recent acquisitions and the potential for more, they are aiming not just to catch up, but likely to redefine the user experience of AI in their own iconic way. And their recent strong quarterly results give them a massive war chest to make it happen. So with all this power and capital concentrating so quickly, the immediate question has to be about governance, right? Regulation. And here too we are seeing decisive movement. The US government isn't just watching anymore, it's acting. A new AI action plan has been unveiled, including 90 distinct federal measures. The goals are to boost domestic innovation, expand national AI infrastructure, and solidify America's leadership position on the global stage. To help execute this, a new bipartisan AI task force has been formed, chaired by Representative Blake Moore of Utah. This is a crucial development. Its mandate is to harmonize policy across huge domains, from education and defense to the very future of the workforce. The goal is to build the rules for the road that can balance this incredible pace of innovation with the ethical safeguards we need to protect society. I think of it as being similar to building the regulations for electricity or aviation only after they were invented. It is a necessary, mature step for safe, widespread adoption. Now, while these giants are moving mountains of capital and building regulatory guardrails, a totally different revolution is happening on the creative frontier. Let's talk AI video generation. This is where things get really exciting. Runway just introduced a feature called ALF, or Olive, and it is absolutely a breakthrough. It allows you to modify video footage using natural language. You can literally chat with it, change the background to a Martian landscape, make the lighting more dramatic, or even generate the next shot in the sequence. It's interactive filmmaking at its finest, and we're already seeing viral techniques emerge. Creators are taking a single clip generated from the tool like MidJourney, and then using Olive to generate alternate angles and camera shots from that one piece of footage. This allows for a dynamic scene creation without having to animate every single shot. It's a workflow that simply didn't exist a month ago. Interestingly, Luma introduced a similar tool to Olive called Modify Video, but it has largely failed to impress. User tests show inconsistent, often surreal results. The AI struggles to align its edits with the original footage. This really highlights Runway's core strength. Its deep roots in professional VFX tools gives its AI a much more stable foundation. And the innovation is coming from all sides. MidJourney just added a feature where you define the first and last frame, and the AI interpolates the motion in between. Kling's 1.6 upgrade has an elements feature for consistent character creation, and they're teasing Kling Labs, which aims to be the comfy UI of video editing, essentially a node-based visual composer. There's also a Chrome extension called Steel from Higsfield that lets you right-click any image online to generate similarly styled content, perfect for rapid concept ideation and prototyping. And for the DIY builders out there, the open source community is absolutely keeping pace. A new model called 1.2.2 for Comfy UI delivers impressive temporal consistency, showing you don't always need a massive corporation to innovate, or even seeing prompting evolve, with JSON formatted prompts yielding more structured and creative results than traditional natural language prompts. But perhaps the most significant milestone in this creative explosion is Runway's partnership with IMAX. From August 17th to 20th, they will screen AI-generated films from festival finalists in IMAX theaters across 10 U.S. cities. This is a landmark moment. AI art is leaving the laptop screen and hitting the silver screen. It's a huge step for legitimizing AI as a creative medium. At the same time, tools like Ideogram's new character feature are solving that crucial problem of consistency, allowing creators to maintain a character's likeness across multiple scenes and prompts, avoiding those common generation issues like distorted faces or mismatched limbs. But for all this high-level strategy and creative power, how does this technology actually perform on the ground, especially when it comes to ethics? This brings us to our final segment, the ethical and social realities of AI today. A recent study served as a stark reminder of AI's fallibility. It found that even top models like ChatGPT make surprisingly naive mistakes when faced with nuanced medical ethics questions. You could slightly rephrase a moral dilemma, and the AI's judgment just falters. It reveals that it has no real comprehension, no understanding of the principles at stake. It's just recognizing and replicating patterns. And in a high-stakes field like medicine, that brittleness is a profound concern. But then, in the same breath, we see this incredible potential for social good. In Australia, public health agencies used generative AI to co-design anti-vaping campaigns directly with young people. The AI tools dramatically sped up the creative process, allowing them to craft messaging that really resonated with their target audience, way faster and more effectively than traditional methods ever could. It's a perfect demonstration of AI's power. Not just the AI's power, but the AI's power.